Guys, what's up? Darcy here at 6 Strings 9 Lives, back for a CD vinyl update. I got about 9 or 10, kind of my usual update of latest pickups and stuff. Just another metal day here at Planet 6 Strings. But before we get started today, I want to just give a shout out to a long time, a legend in the metal hard rock YouTube community, and that is Renee from Spain over at the channel Halford Metal. I'll provide a link to his channel below, and please go check him out. He's just the most genuine guy, just in it for the love of the music, the metal, the hard rock. And thank you Renee for not making me sit through commercials. That's all I need, is somebody to tell me when I need a fucking bag of Doritos. Anyways, Renee, great guy. Go check him out. And why I brought up Renee right off the bat is there is probably about 3 albums in this update that he's shown or talked about in a few of his past videos. And this is one that I missed out on in, one sec. This is an album that I missed out on in 2021. And I'll leave a link to that exact video, because you got to go check out his top 20 of 2021. But this one was in there. I'm not going to tell you the position. But when I watched the video, I'm like, I really need to check that out. People have been showing this album. But, Renee was the reason I bought this one. I know many people have shown it, but he's actually... he spent a lot of my money, and I'm sure I've done the same to him. But that is Nervosa, Perpetual Chaos. So this is their 4th album. I'll be honest with you, I was not a Nervosa fan prior to this new lineup with Diva Satanica on vocals. So the 2 original girls, the bass player / vocalist, I forget her name, and the original drummer of Nervosa went on to form Crypta. I don't like the music for Crypta. Is phenomenal. The vocals still don't really sit well with me. They're maybe a little too on the black metal side for me. Nothing against black metal, but a lot of it just isn't for me, and it's mostly to do with the vocals, I would say. But this one, phenomenal album start to finish. They're on Napalm Records. They've been on Napalm Records, I think, from the very beginning. A nice digipack with booklet. So after the 2 original girls left, the driving force of this band is Prika Merrill. There she is. Phenomenal guitar player. The guitar tone on this is absolutely, as the kids would say, sick. It is. I just love it. Here's the CD. In the back of the CD, this is kind of their thing, thrash death metal. So it's basically, to me, it's heavy on the thrash. The vocals are a little on the death side. Maybe take like Angela from Arch Enemy type of, but I even like, I'm going to say I like these better, because this album is phenomenal. Produced by Destruction's newest guitar player, Martin Furia, which we'll get to some Destruction here shortly. But there's a picture of the band. Great drummer here. And then we have Mia Wallace, who is also a part of, I think, Abath, that band. And there's the vocalist, Diva Satanica. So great tracks on here. There's a few guests on here. The guests are actually Shemer from Destruction. And on a song called Rebel Soul is Eric A.K. from Flotsam and Jetsam. Those are not the highlights for me, but go and check out, if you don't check out anything, check out Guided by Evil. The guitar tone is just, like I said, it's sick, it's awesome, vocals great. Couple other favorites, I would say Perpetual Chaos, the title track, check that one out. Time to Fight starts off a little bit punky influenced, but just goes straight into some thrash, and wraps up with a great track called Under Ruins. This, if I would have known about this album, or if I would have bought it, it definitely would have been on my top 20 list of 2021, and it would have knocked something out for sure, because I'm pretty sure it would be quite high. So anyways, enough about that one, and don't forget to go check out Renee's channel. He is a good dude. Coming up next, one of my favorite, let's call newer artists, and that is Hellripper. This is finally got reissued on vinyl. This is a collection of his early work. This is called Complete and Total Fucking Mayhem. This came out just recently on Diabolical Might Records, and I think James is getting some copies to sell through his Bandcamp. Go check him out. This guy is awesome. Absolutely a talent to be reckoned with, and will be for years to come. I just know it. But check out his Bandcamp. He has some fabulous t-shirts, and you know, if you have not checked out his album from 2020, The Affair of the Poisons, very high up on my 2020 list. But yeah, reissue from Diabolic Might, not Diabolical. But they do a great job. I will show you what's in here. All right, and there's a picture of James in here with a nice haircut. And if you're watching, James, I like the long hair on you better, but there's an early shot of James, just a young guy doing a great job. So there's the Hellripper logo, lyrics on this side, nice stock cardboard or card inner. And this one is just on standard black. But yeah, this is a collection of cool, oh, here's a cool center ring on this one too. Collection of his, I think, first EP, and then all the splits he's done with other bands prior to the release of his first album. I'm definitely gonna have to do a Hellripper spotlight and kind of show you what I have. It would be tough to rank this stuff because it is all just awesome in the, you know, the blackened thrash category. I think Hellripper's leading the way with, you know, bands like Midnight. But check out my favorite tracks, Hell's Rock and Roll and Nuclear Hell. Those are my two favorite tracks if you want to check out something from that album. But if you want to wait it out and go over to James's Bandcamp or go over to Diabolic Might Records. All right, let's continue. Let's jump on, let's talk about the latest new release from Canada's own Voivod, a very unique band, acquired taste, maybe, diverse catalog. They, yeah. A lot of my favorites are, well, we can talk about that in a second, but this is the 15th album from Voivod called, I want to say that, Synchro Anarchy. Another great Voivod cover, and like I mentioned in a previous video, they changed their logo to kind of suit the cover every time, and I do like that with Voivod, but the cover is done by their drummer, Away. This is a follow-up to 2018's The Wake. I thought that was a great album, but I'll be honest with you, I think this one's even better. This really, if you're familiar with the band and their original guitar player, Piggy, Chewy is just an awesome replacement and just has adopted the full Voivod sound over the years. They've yeah, definitely worthy replacement. There's the cover, and there's not much for weak tracks on. This is just one solid album, 9 tracks. I think there was 3 singles already. What do we have? Planet Eaters. What else? Synchro Anarchy, the title track, and I think the latest single is called Sleeves Off, which is one of my favorite tracks. And The World Today, track 7, check that one out. But that's the newest from Voivod. If you're a fan, let me know what you think. They just got some good news. I know some of you aren't a big fan of Record Store Day, but which ones are getting reissued? Angel Rat and Nothing Face are getting reissued on Record Store Day. I don't believe they're Record Store Day exclusive, so eventually, after April 23rd, you should be able to, I would say those should be showing up on, you know, your other distros or, you know, Amazon or wherever you order from. There was a reissue here for, let me just grab this for a second. There was a reissue for The Outer Limits. This is a sealed copy. This is going out to a friend. This was Came out on Real Gone Music, which is the same company that's doing those other two. These are Voivod albums from the 90s, you know, I think 90, oh, I don't know the exact years, 90, 92, 95-ish era. Probably three of my favorite, with Angel Rat, Nothing Face, and The Outer Limits. But Real Gone Music did a really good job on this one, and I'm sure they will do a good job on those Record Store Day. Like I said, that's just the date they're coming out. So, you know, keep your eye out if you don't make it to Record Store Day, or you don't, as that's not your thing. Keep an eye out for those because they are coming out on vinyl. Would love to see a noise box set of Voivod. I would jump all over that for sure. So next up, another reissue. And I was saying in the beginning of the video, 2000 and actually I didn't say that, but there is a video that Renee did for his favorites from 2001. There's a couple on here that were on that video. But here's a reissue for Creator's 10th studio album from 2001 called Violent Revolution. I've been on the German Big Four metal kick all year round. Well, all year so far, I should say. I mean, we're only in March. But I've been really trying to fill some holes, and I had this on CD, you know, for a long time. But happy to see this get reissued. Not as happy about this dark cover. It is quite dark compared to the original one, which is more red and less dark on the mascot. But regardless, great album from Creator. This is kind of where they regrouped. And to be honest with you, Endorama it's growing on me, and it's a unique album. Let's put it that way. Maybe not the Creator you want to hear, but it's a very unique album. But 2001, this came out, and there's a whole write-up in here of what was going on the time, and you know, Tommy was on guitars on Endorama, and you know, Millie says in here things like, you know, it ended on good terms, things like that. But when Sammy came into the band in 2001, I just thought the old sports analogy, the turning point of the game, and they definitely wanted to make a statement on this album. In fact, this the Patriarch is a lead into the title track called Violent Revolution, which generally you'd think that would start off the album, but Reconquering the Throne is a statement song. It needed to be at the beginning of this album, and that was Millie saying, hey, we're back. And they were just awesome album. Let's see what came in here. I think there's an inner, yeah, there's a good inner, and the write-up is really cool too. Venter on drums, Christian on bass. Of course, you got Millie, Sammy. What do we got here? Credits and all the lyrics. So nice job by Nuclear Blast. I'm still hoping that they will reissue Enemy of God and Hordes of Chaos too. That would be cool. So this one came on, what did I have? Red, black, splattered vinyl. I'll just show you one. It's a 2-disc set, but here is. So there is that. Whatever this is, 140 gram. It's not one of those real heavy bitches, but yeah, definitely been on a Creator kick, and you'll see that in lots of my upcoming videos. Lots of that, the German Big Four for sure. Still looking forward to getting my Tankard box set. This next one is a gift from a friend, my good friend that lives in the States. Huge King Diamond fan, and he just happened to have an extra sealed copy of King Diamond, the Puppet Master. Thank you for that, my friend. I really appreciate it. And big King Diamond fan myself. There is the back cover. So, of course, nothing new as far as being a concept album, because you pretty much know what you're getting with a King Diamond album for the most part. But nice gatefold, very glossy cover. Metal Blade, definitely one of my favorites. I will just show you both inners, and then we'll show you one of the vinyl. And I think this one, yes, is just black vinyl, but there is that first inner with lyrics. Second inner is pretty cool. They're all stitched up like puppets, and Andy and King and the rest of the gang here. So I love this makeup in this era of the band. Of King's makeup is very scary, eerie, whatever you want to say. There's the lyrics on this side. And this one comes with actually a big poster, as most of the Metal Blade stuff does. There's no download card in this one, or else I would have gave it to you guys. But there is whoops, and I had that upside down. But you get the gist of that, kind of a shot that I showed you there in the inner. And this one came on black. It did come on black vinyl, 2-disc set. There we go. Same on both sides. Oh, I just want to mention a few tracks here too. Where did I put? Sorry about that. I did feature this one in a video from some of my newer favorite, from 2000 till today albums. Check out Midnight, the opening track, awesome. The title track, Puppet Master. Magic is my favorite track, and I would say next up would be Blood to Walk. Just a solid King Diamond album. One of my, well, it is my favorite of the newer 2000s and on King Diamond albums. Not that there's many, but what can you show you next? I saw this come up, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to check this out. I don't have Tony Martin's, I think he has 2 or 3 solo albums prior to this. 2 for sure, maybe 3. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the new one from Tony Martin called Thorns. Only released on CD so far. This cover's not good. I do not like that the Tony Martin's at the bottom. It should be at the top and a little more prominent, in my opinion. And then the title Thorns at the bottom. Just a very basic cover, but really solid album. I think there's 2 real kind of I don't know, shitty tracks on here, to be honest with you. But check out track 1, As the World Burns. I was going to say that reminds me of, no, that's Let the World Burn. That's that new Violence EP, which is shaping up to be a real pile of shit as far as I'm concerned. Not good from what I've heard so far, but hopefully the other tracks on that Violence EP are better. But anyways, check out, hard to read this stuff too, Black Widow Angel, great track, Book of Shadows, or Crying Wolf. Like I said, overall, this has 11 tracks, but there is one on here, what's it called? Run Like the Devil, or This Is Your Damnation. I forget which one, but it's just not good at all. But, Tony Martin from about, 5 Black Sabbath albums, which I love that era of Black Sabbath. And I hope someday that there's some sort of reissues for, some of those albums, like, what do we got? Cross Purpose and albums like that. Awesome stuff. But there's Tony Martin. He really hooked up with a really great guitar player. His name is Scott McClelland. Just a nice sound, heavy riffs, but here is the digipack. It's kind of cheapy, but it's all right. Let's put it that way. It's released on Dark Star Records. Not familiar with them, but definitely worth picking up the new Tony Martin. On to the next one. Let's go with a reissue here. You guys, a lot of people have shown this one, but I will show it too. The cover is very pixelated compared to the CD, in my opinion, but had to have this. This is my overall favorite, or my favorite metal idol, and that is Rob Halford. But this is 2000's Resurrection. This is where he kind of got back into the real metal to me. I'm not a big fan of the fight stuff, to be honest with you. I think I have the first one is pretty good, stuff like Nailed to the Gun, and then what's the second one? Crucible, or no, that's Halford's second one. Whatever. But do love this album. This is basically, Painkiller came out in 1990. This could have been the follow-up to Painkiller. I know a lot of people might think the same, but this is a a reissue on Century Media. Metal Is. Yeah, Metal Is. So Metal Is was kind of, they're defunct now, but there is a cool shot of the metal god himself. This is it's bare bones other than, you know, this is it. The gatefold. I don't know, this one reminds me of the, you know, Ozzy. I picked up that No More Tears reissue, and that one to me is very bare bones too. I think, you know, good enough for sure, and good enough for, you know, the money. That wasn't super expensive, but just pretty bare bones, no inners or anything, but I will live. Here is the center ring for this one, and then the center ring has that same shot of Rob on the bike. Great album. Let's mention a couple favorite tracks. I gotta stop setting these down, but the lead-off track, like I said, follow up to Painkiller, that song Resurrection, just pure metal. I'll just mention a couple more favorites, and there is that duet with Bruce Dickinson on here, The One You Love to Hate. But I'd say Silence Screams, great song. But a couple of the deeper cuts that I really enjoy are called Slow Down and Twist, produced by Roy Z. I'm sure you know the album, or if you're a Priest or Halford fan. I had the hype sticker here too. Here is the hype sticker for that one. It says first time on vinyl since 2000, are never before available in North America. So go ahead and grab that before it disappears. What do we got left here? 3 quick ones. Okay, here's a band that I've been trying to fill some holes. One of the German Big Four. I don't know where I'd rank these guys. Probably, I don't know. We'll see where I'd rank them in the German Big Four. It doesn't matter. They're a great band. But I had shown this album in a video of same videos I showed that I think the King Diamond on, which is the newer favorites of bands. But this is Destruction, the Antichrist. This is a reissue on Nuclear Blast from 2021. Earlier on in 2021, first half anyways. There still is some available on the new Nuclear Blast European site if you're interested. Phenomenal artwork, just and a great album. I really enjoy this album from 2001 from Destruction. I had a few lineup changes since then, but they always seem to do a great job. But here is the gatefold, and this one came with an inner. Let's see what we got here. Let's pull that out. I don't know what they have left for copies, but there's a cool band shot on this one. So Mike Zifringer, or Zigfringer, if I'm pronouncing that right, has retired from the band now and is replaced by, well, there's 2 guitar players. There's Amir, and now Martin Furia is in the band. So they're a 4-piece. And their brand new album called Diabolical is coming out here in April. I got that one on pre-order, looking forward to it. But the Antichrist, solid album from Destruction. And this one came on a, I don't know what you call it. Well, maybe kind of splatter, but there it is. Red and orange mixture. And there's the center logo on that one. So there's some great tracks on here too. If you want to check out a couple, Thrash Till Death, Nailed to the Cross, check those 2 out. Awesome. And I thought while I was at it and before they disappear, I would pick up, I do have this one on CD, but it was cheap enough, so I picked up their latest album from 2019 called Born to Perish on vinyl. Great cover. First one to feature Randy Black on drums, and there's Mike, who's gone now. Good luck to you, Mike, in whatever you're doing. Lots of great albums with Mike on, well, I think he's pretty much on everything Destruction ever had. And I have ordered some early Destruction on vinyl, and I can't wait to get it. So, like I said, fill in those Destruction holes. So this one also shows, or ends their, I think, second tenure with Nuclear Blast, and they are now on Napalm Records. So, Napalm Records is scooping up some of these bands. I know that Accept just signed a multi-album deal with Napalm Records. They had just finished their 5 studio albums with Nuclear Blast. So here's another band going over to Napalm Records, but both great labels, to be honest with you. This one's just on black vinyl. And there we go. Logos are a little different on each side, but solid album from 2018. Did I say 2019 release? So 3 years later, they're coming with a brand new album. First single is called Diabolical. Go check that one out. Some of my favorites off of this album: Born to Perish, the title track, Inspired by Death, and what was my other? Betrayal. Good album. I'd say overall not one of their, it's not as good as the Antichrist, I'll tell you that. And I don't think this one's good as their previous one before this called Under Attack, but it's still solid. But listening to the first single off of Diabolical, I think they're on the right track. And we'll better wrap this one up. We're getting up there in the high 20s minutes. Sorry about that, but here's a reissue from Nuclear Assault. This cover, by the way, this cover is, I don't know. Again, they could have did better on the colors. I've heard a few complaints about the sound of this one, but I put on my CD, then the vinyl, then back to my CD, then back to this. It sounds, it's very thinly produced in the first place, so I don't know. I wouldn't get too excited on that, but it sounds okay to me. Definitely the sign of the times. This is the third album from Nuclear Assault from 1989. And there is the track listing. You probably know a lot of these great tracks like Critical Mass, Inherited Hell, Search and Seizure, that's one of my favorites, and Torture Tactics. Danny Lilker, ex Anthrax. Here is the inner sleeve to that one. So this is just a recent reissue. They reissued Game Over earlier on in the year, and this one came out later. Just a single vinyl. Got a little bit of lint on there I gotta clean off, but yeah, solid album. But that's enough for today for sure. Don't forget to go check out Renee's channel. I'm gonna leave a link below, and I will see you soon, most likely maybe with another update, or I do have that Tankard box set coming, or anything else you'd like to see, let me know in the comments. Always good to hear from you guys, and until next time, stay heavy.